morning, children. In the chapter quadratic equations, already we completed first concept quadratic equations. In that, four types of problems we completed. Am I right? What are those? First one is whether the given equation is a quadratic equation or not, checking. Okay. And second one is if the values of quadratic equation has given, we have to find out those are the solutions of a quadratic equation or not. And third one is finding the unknown value. That means we found the value of k if the roots of that quadratic equation has given, no. So that is third type of problems. And fourth type of problems are, what are the fourth type of problems? Formulation of a quadratic equation. That means what? If a word problem has given, then we have to convert that into the quadratic equation form. That is called formulation. So four types of problems are involved in the first concept what we completed in previous classes. Okay. So today we are going to discuss on second concept. What is that? Solution of a quadratic equation by factorization method. So already we did factorization method in our previous classes, polynomials chapter. Am I right? So we know how to find out the zeros of a quadratic polynomial by using factorization method. In the chapter we called as zeros, but in this we called as roots. As roots, that means nothing but the value of x by using factorization method. So here in this concept there are two types of problems. First one is by giving direct quadratic equation, we need to find out the roots of that quadratic equation. And the second one is he will give us a word problem. Okay, second type of problems, word problems. We have to convert the word problems into quadratic equation form. Later we have to find out the roots of that quadratic equation. That means the value of x by using factorization method. Did you understand? So now first type of problems we are going to do. So take example 1. So here he asked us find the roots of equation. First question, find the roots of quadratic equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0 by factorization. So here find the roots of quadratic equation by factorization. So first, what is the given quadratic equation? So given quadratic equation is, what is that? 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. So before going to do the process of that problem, first we have to discuss a little bit on it. Okay. So what is the general form of a quadratic equation? I think all of you know about it. What is the general form of a quadratic polynomial? P of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. That is quadratic polynomial. If p of x is equal to 0, that means ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then we call it as a quadratic equation. So the general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we have to compare with that general form. Then you will get the value of a is equal to 2 and the value of b is equal to minus 5 and the value of c equal to 3. So why we have to take like this? Here if the equation is of the form directly x square minus 5x plus 3, directly we are able to do. But in case of the equation is of the form 2x square minus 5x plus 3. So here the value of a is given. So what we have to do? We have to multiply this a with constant c. A into c. That means A means what here? 2 into what is C? 3. 2 3s are 6. So now we need to write the factors of 6. 1 6 are 6. 2 3s are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 6. So those are the factors. So first we have to split the middle term into two terms. Minus 5x. So we have to convert that into two terms. Okay. You have to split into two terms. Where is it possible? So if you take 2x and 3x, how much we will get? 5x. If we add 2x and 3x, 5x. If two positive values you will take, then we will get plus 5x. But if you take two negative values, minus 2x minus 3x, how much we will get? Minus 5x. That means now see and observe it how I am writing this middle term as. So 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. Do you understand? I splitted this minus 5x as minus 2x and minus 3x. So if you add these two, how much you will get? Minus 2x minus 3x minus 5x. Okay. So now here, from these two terms, which one is common? We have to take common terms as common. That means here 2x is common for these two terms. So by taking 2x as common, what are the remaining terms here? X. Here minus 2. Here minus 1. Here only 1. By taking 2x as common, then the remaining term is here only 1. Okay. So now here, from these two terms, which one we are able to take as common? Only 3 is common for these two terms. So I am going to take minus 3 as common. Minus 3 as common. Then the remaining terms here x and here plus 3. By taking minus 3 as common, then we will get minus 1 is equal to 0. Did you understand? So once again see here. From these two terms, 2x square minus 2x, here 2x is common. So that is why I took 2x as common. Then the remaining terms here x minus 1. So here minus 3x plus 3. From these two terms, 3 is common. But I took here common as minus 3. Then I got here x minus 1. That is equal to 0. Here minus also I took common. So that is why this plus becomes minus. Did you understand? I took here minus is also as common. Not only 3. I took minus 3 as common. So that is why here we got here x and this plus 3 becomes minus 1. By taking 3 as common, here only 1. But this plus becomes minus because I took minus also as common. Did you understand? So if you have any doubt, then multiply. Minus 3 into x, minus 3x, minus into minus, plus 3 ones are 3. Did you understand? Like that I took minus 3 as common. So it become two terms. So from these two terms, x minus 1 is common. So now I am taking x minus 1 as common. Then what are the remaining terms? Here 2x, here minus 3, here minus 3. Did you understand? So that is equal to 0. So these two are the factors of this quadratic equation. But we need to find out the roots. So to find the roots of the given quadratic equation, we have to equate these factors to 0 separately. So x minus 1 is equal to 0 once and 2x minus 3 is equal to 0 once. So here x is equal to minus 1 becomes plus 1 and here 2x is equal to minus 3. When we transpose, it becomes plus 3. X is equal to plus 3. When we transpose 2, it becomes by 2. So we got x equal to 1 and x equal to 3 by 2. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 1 and 3 by 2. Did you understand? What can I say about it here? Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 1 and 3 by 2. Did you understand? Okay, once again, listen be carefully. And these type of problems are important for 2 marks. And second type of problems, that means factorization, but word problem will be given. So we have to convert that word problem into the form of quadratic equation. Later we have to find out the roots of that quadratic equation by using factorization method. That is 4 marks. Such type of problems will ask us for 4 marks. So listen be carefully. Find the roots of quadratic equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0 by using factorization method. So here given quadratic equation is what? 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. So compare the given quadratic equation with the general form of a quadratic equation. So then we will get a equal to 2, b equal to minus 5 and c equal to 3. So we have to do quotient of x square into constant term. So here the quotient of x square is 2 into constant term is 3. So 2 3 is 6. We have to write the factors of 6. Then we get 1 6 6, 2 3 is 6. So where it is possible, here 2 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 5. So I am going to split. We have to split the middle term minus 5x. I splitted that minus 5x as by using these two factors. These factors 2 into 3 minus 2x minus 3x. How much we got? Minus 5x. So I splitted this minus 5x as minus 2x minus 3x. So this equation becomes 2x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. So when you observe exactly here from these two terms, 2x is common. By taking 2x is common, then the remaining terms here x minus here 1. Now which one is common from these two terms? 3 is common. So we have to take 3 as common. But here I took minus 3 as common. By taking minus 3 as common, here the remaining terms are x and here 1. But this plus becomes minus since by taking minus as common. Okay. So we got 3 into x minus 1, that is equal to 0. So now here from these two terms x minus 1 is common. So by taking x minus 1 as common, then the remaining terms in the first term 2x, in the second term minus 3. So we got x minus 1 into 2x minus 3 equal to 0. These two are the factors of 2x square minus 5x plus 3. Did you understand? So that is why we call it as factorization method. First we have to divide the given quadratic equation into the factors. Later we need to find out the roots. Did you understand? So that is why we call it as factorization method. So we divided the given quadratic equation into two factors, x minus 1 and 2x minus 3. These two are the factors. So now we are going to equate these two factors into the 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0 once and 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to this minus 1 becomes plus 1. So 2x minus 3 equal to 0. This minus 3 becomes plus 3 and x is equal to 3. When we transpose 2, which is a multiplication, it becomes into the place of division. That means 3 by 2 we got. So the values of x are 1 and 3 by 2. So these are the roots of the given quadratic equation. So that is conclusion. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 1 and 3 by 2. Did you understand? So let's see second example. These are type 1 problems. Example 2. Find the roots of x square plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0 by factorization method. So solution for that. What is the given quadratic equation? X square plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. So here a equal to quotient of x square is 1, b equal to 6 and c is equal to 5, constant term. Okay. So now quotient of x square into constant term a into c, that is equal to 1 into 5 is equal to 5. So what are the factors? 1 5s are 5, 5 1s are 5. So it is a prime number which has only two factors, 1 and itself. Okay. So now we have to split the middle term 6x. How we are able to write 1 and 5? 1x plus 5x. That means x square plus, I am going to write this 6x as 1x plus 5x plus 5 equal to 0. I splitted this middle term. I wrote this middle term as x plus 5x. Did you understand? So x plus 5x means 6x. So I splitted that middle term 6x into the form of x plus 5x. So we got x square plus x plus 5x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now from these first two terms I am going to take x as common. Which is common? X, no? So I took x as common. Then the remaining terms here x plus here 1. Okay. Now from these two terms, which one is common? 5 is common. So by taking 5 as common, then the remaining terms here x plus 1 is equal to 0. So here only two terms. So from these two terms, which one is common? X plus 1 is common. Now again we are going to take x plus 1 as a common. Then the remaining terms here x, here plus 5, that is equal to 0. So now we got the factors of that x square plus 6x plus 5 is x plus 1 and x plus 5. So once we are going to take x plus 1 equal to 0 and x plus 5 equal to 0 another time. So x is equal to plus 1 becomes minus 1 and here x is equal to plus 5 becomes minus 5. Therefore x is equal to minus 1 and minus 5. So what are the roots we got? Minus 1 and minus 5. What is the conclusion? Therefore the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 1 and minus 5. Did you understand? So once again listen carefully. Based on it, I will give you one problem. Example 3, you have to do yourself. I will give you time, okay, for 3 or 4 minutes. So listen once again carefully. What is the equation has given? Quadratic equation x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. So we have to compare with the general form of quadratic equation. What is that? Ax square plus bx plus c. By comparing that, you will get a equal to how much? 1, b equal to 6 and c equal to 5. And first the process, what we have to do? Quotient of x square into constant term. That means a into c. What is the quotient of x square here? A 1. And what is constant term? C 5. So a into c means 1 into 5, that is equal to 5. What are the factors of it? 1 5 is 5. Because it is a prime number, so it has only two factors, 1 and itself. So we got 1 and 5. So now here x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. In that quadratic equation, the middle term is 6x. We are going to split that middle term. I wrote here instead of 6x as x plus 5x. So by using that factors, 1x plus 5x. Did you understand? So here from these two terms, so we got here x square plus x plus 5x plus 5 equal to 0. By taking x as common, then the remaining terms here x plus 1 plus from these two terms, which is common, 5. So by taking 5 as common, then the remaining terms here x plus 1. So here we got two terms. Now from these two terms, which one is common? X plus 1 is common. So now by taking x plus 1 as common, then the remaining terms here x plus here 5. So we got x plus 1 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x plus 1 and x plus 5 are the factors of x square plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. So now here we are going to equate x plus 1 is equal to 0 once and x plus 5 is equal to 0 another time. So x is equal to this plus 1 becomes minus 1 and here plus 5 becomes minus 5. Therefore the value of x are minus 1 and minus 5. Therefore the roots of the given equation are minus 1 and minus 5. So this is the way of finding the roots of given quadratic equation by using factorization method. Did you understand? Right now, I will give you one problem. You can do yourself. That is example 3. Find the roots of x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 by using factorization method. So do that. Completed. Let's see here. So given quadratic equation is what? X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we have to compare to the general form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. On comparing, you will get a equal to, what is quotient of x square here? 1. What is quotient of x? B, 5. And what is constant term c? 6. So a into c, that means 1 into 6, that is equal to 6. Now we have to write the factors of 6. 1 6 are 6, 2 3s are 6. So x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So now we are going to split this middle term into two terms. That means x square plus here 2x plus 3x. How much we will get? 5x. So I am going to write instead of 5x as 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So when we add this 2x and 3x, we will get again 5x. So that is why we split 5x as 2x and 3x. So now from the first two terms, which one is common? X is common. So by taking x as common, what are the remaining terms here? X plus here 2. Now from these two terms, which one is common? 3 is common. So by taking plus 3 as common, then the remaining terms here x plus 3, 2s are 6. So 2 is equal to 0. So we got here these 4 terms become 2 terms. From these 2 terms, which one is common again? X plus 2 is common. So by taking x plus 2 as common, then the remaining terms here x and here plus 3 is equal to 0. So x plus 2 and x plus 3, these two are the factors of a given quadratic equation. X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So now x plus 2 is equal to 0 once and x plus 3 is equal to 0 once. So we will get x is equal to plus 2 becomes minus 2 and here also same, x is equal to plus 3 becomes minus 3. Therefore the value of x is equal to minus 2 and minus 3. What is the conclusion we are able to write? Therefore the roots of given quadratic equation are minus 2 and minus 3. You understand? Once again listen carefully. Here the question asked us to find the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we compared that quadratic equation with the general form of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then we got a equal to 1, b equal to 5 and c equal to 6. By multiplying this a and c, we got 1 into 6 is equal to 6. We wrote the factors of 6. 1 6 are 6, 2 3s are 6. By taking this 2 and 3, we split the middle term 5x as 2x and 3x. We wrote this quadratic equation is of the form x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So from these 4 terms, from the first 2 terms we took x as common, then the remaining terms x plus 2. Similarly, from the next 2 terms 3x plus 6, 3 as common. We took 3 as common, then the remaining terms x plus 2. So we got x into x plus 2 plus 3 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. From these 2 terms, these 4 terms become as 2 terms. From these 2 terms, x plus 2 as common. By taking x plus 2 as common, then the remaining terms x plus 3 is equal to 0. So once we are going to equate x plus 2 equal to 0 and another time we are going to take x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then we got x is equal to minus 2 and also x is equal to minus 3. Therefore the value of x, values of x are minus 2 and minus 3. These are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Did you understand? So these are the problems based on the concept finding the roots of the quadratic equation by using factorization method in that type 1 problems. That means what? Directly given quadratic equation. Okay. So in next class we are going to discuss on second type of problems. If the word problem has given, how to convert that into the form of a quadratic equation later to find the roots of the given quadratic equation. That means nothing but values of the x. Do you understand? Thank you.